I think I'm good.
All right. Yay.
Okay, good
Greetings.
morning, Sharat, all the way from New York, New York.
Hello, hello.
Paula from Saskatchewan. Janet, good to have you join us from Sylvan Lake.
Good morning. Good
And
morning.
Sharon, Mission, BC. And
Woo.
getting better at this, right? Karen Hansen from BC. Yeah, it's coming. Anyways,
It's coming. We are
yeah.
Anita and Cheryl with All in Alignment.
All in alignment.
Woo.
Although today I don't feel very aligned, but
Well, and if you're
that
getting
happens
go.
sometimes, right?
Yeah,
Victoria,
exactly.
yes, thank you, Karen. I was almost thinking started with a P, but anyways, never mind. It's all good.
It's all good. It's all good.
Karen
Where she's from.
Abler is joining us from California.
California.
Look at us.
Oh,
We
so we
got
got two
people
Karens
from
in the
all
house.
over the place.
Very cool.
Mhm.
Very cool. Well, it is Feng Shui Friday. And it's the first Friday of the month, April, right? April, like holy smokes. So we are doing Oracle card readings from Tara Catherine Collins' Feng Shui Personal Paradise card deck. Woohoo. And we already had some hands up.
We did. We did indeed.
And I'm going to step aside. You can chat for a little bit. You're good with that? Anita? Hello?
Oh, I'm
Anita?
just giving everybody some hearts.
Oh, okay. And you're staring at the
Sorry.
screen in dead silence. So
I'm like, yeah, I can't chew gum and sing at the same time.
you're multi-purposing.
Okay, I'm giving everybody hearts. So am I going first?
Well, you can, but you've been focusing on that. So I was going to step
Oh,
into channel, but then you have to talk if I do that. So you might as well go first and I'll step into channel while you're going first.
okay.
So you're
Yeah, so I'm
doing
gonna pick a few cards here for Rebecca. What is it
cool.
Rebecca needs to know today?
Hmm.
Rebecca. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Well, we'll just wait and see what happens. Oh, and of course, a few of them flew out of the deck.
Always.
And of course,
Always.
when we do this, quite often the cards that come through, the information that comes through is relevant for all of us. Mhm.
Hmm.
So let's see what's going on for Rebecca today. There's a few cards. Oh, yes. Okay. Well, we have children's bedrooms, closets, drawers, and cabinets, and single man's bedroom. So let's see. Well, closets, drawers, and cabinets. Obviously, spring is here, and spring is synonymous with spring cleaning. And for all of us, no matter how many times we have gone through the 21-day decluttering program, um, because what happens is as our own personal energy shifts and kind of elevates, or we, start to vibrate at a higher frequency, those things that maybe 6 months ago in our closet that we, really loved, and now we look at them with a new set of energetic eyes and we go, you know what? I no longer like that sweater, or I no longer like those pair of shoes. I deserve something better. And here's an interesting thing that I had happen in my own world this past week in regards to closets, drawers, and cabinets. There were some things that I was making do with.
Mm.
For example, I was making do with some, dish towels, some tea towels, you call them tea towels, dish towels, whatever. Uh, you know, and some of them were a little bit stained or whatever, they didn't have holes or rips in them or anything, but I was just making do. And I was cleaning out the drawer that they sit in, and I was thinking to myself, what the heck are you doing? these are ready for the rag bag. And so I went and bought new ones. So,
Yay.
Rebecca, dear, what in your closets, drawers, and cabinets are you making do with? And do you not deserve something better, right? Can you recycle that? Maybe you got to do a rag bag thing like I did. Then we have the two bedrooms, single man's bedroom and children's bedroom. And again, I know that you don't personally have any children at home. However, when we think about children in relationship to the Bagua, um, which is the energetic map that we use to map our home, the children is associated with joy, creativity, being in the moment. So that bedroom that used to be your child's bedroom, can you give it some attention? Can you turn it into a space that brings you joy, that fuels your creativity? And then we have another bedroom, single man's bedroom. And again, does that mean that your husband is sleeping alone? Quite often as we get older, our sleeping habits change as couples, and it's not unusual for the husband to sleep in one room and the wife to sleep in another room based on those changing sleeping habits. So I think these cards came up today to say, hey, you know what? Maybe if that's the case for you, I don't know if it is, maybe it's time to again look through and see what can I do to rekindle that relationship so that it's not my spouse isn't feeling like the single man in the bedroom. So that's all I got for that. Mhm. Good
Interesting.
morning,
And what
Lisa
do the
and
cards total?
Cheryl. Oh yeah, what's the card total? Yes, let me do that. So we have card 34, 39, and 32. Lots of threes in there, so that's a
Yes.
catalyst, obviously. 7, 3, 5. Oh, we got a 15, which equals a 6. Okay.
That roly bottom. That roly bottom is a bit of a theme here this morning. Greetings, dear ones. We hope you are all as magnificent as we see you, feeling magnificent as we see your lights shining. We have cards for Sharon and Kathy, but we will do Sharon first. The cards that came for Sharon are number 5, flowers, and number 25, getting organized. Dearest Sharon,
Hmm.
in your creativity, and the Anita brought up the children, creativity, anxious, anxious is not the word. Serendipitous is the word we want. In your creativity, there are serendipitous moments, synchronistic moments that are willing to flow into you when you're allowing them. So in your creative zone, and we know you know about the Bagua that the Anita mentioned already. In your space, we want to specifically talk about your office space. For right now, you are working on a large project, and you can choose or not to choose to tell the others in the chat about your project. That actual project requires creativity. And the reason the flowers and getting organized came up is both of these relate to that creativity. There are many that say, and it is true for some, they know where everything is, and when they're getting creative, things look a little bit chaotic. However, there are more that when things are in chaos, their entire physical system is also in chaos, and that does not allow space for the creativity. So allowing yourself the space for creativity means being somewhat organized, especially for those of you, including the Sharon, that are a little more on the analytical, linear trail of things. Does this make sense? The flowers comes through for that creativity. As the Anita mentioned, we are in spring, and yes, the spring cleaning, but also the rebirth. The flowers is about peeking out of the ground. They're starting their new journey into blossom, but the blossom doesn't start until after the roots have been established and the stem comes out of the ground. There are leaves or foliage, then the bud, and the bud is what the majority of humans treasure. Yet it is all significant in this rebirth journey. And dearest Sharon, you are in the middle of a rebirth journey. Now the cards themselves total 3. Oh man, another 3. That catalyst, that rolly bottom where you can go forward or you can go back. You choose to find your center. And when you're ready to move forward, allow that catalyst to propel you, dearest Sharon. Now, Kathy, dearest Kathy, the 2 cards that came up for you are 29 Sanctuary, and imagine this, a duplicate, closets, drawers, and cabinets, 39. There are some coinky dinkies between Rebecca and Kathy today. Look at this. But the sanctuary, that safe space, that haven, becomes that safe space when there is no unnecessary clutter. Many of you go away to find a sanctuary. This vessel was on a speaker's training, and the leader left their home to go someplace else. This is often because of the clutter in our own spaces, that we cannot ground ourselves. We cannot find a safe haven. And clutter often disappears from the countertops and those horizontal areas and gets stuffed into closets, drawers, and cabinets. Interesting, Kathy, that this vessel is in the middle of, they're doing some renovating in their home. And the Anita was here yesterday. I went, whoa, it is empty. This is giving her the opportunity to literally clean out every single cupboard, closet, and drawer in her kitchen, and making spaces in other areas. It is the prime opportunity that presents itself when we look at what is being hidden. There's gems that are being hidden, as well as other forms of clutter, meaning emotional, not just physical. Creating that sanctuary means a safe space where we can relax and truly be ourselves. And for all of you, dearest beings of light, your home is your sanctuary. It should be. It should be the place where you cannot wait to go home to, not get away from. If you are looking for reasons to run away from your home, from your space, then you need to ask the question, why? Now the Kathy's cards total a 5. Look at that. Another rolling bottom. How is that for numbers and movement today? The opportunities are there to roll forward, to roll backwards, or to find your balance, dearest beings. We recommend finding the balance. For the energy at this time, especially with the upcoming solar eclipse and new moon, which is a large one. We recommend finding balance, finding harmony, creating that sanctuary within and without. We love you dearly. Namaste.
Love it. I have something to add for Kathy that kind of flew in for me. The sanctuary card is also telling you to stand in your authenticity, and some of those gifts and talents that you have, Kathy. Um, some of them you're hiding. Some of them have been hiding. They're like hiding away, stuffed in the drawers, cabinets, and cupboards. And so I think these cards today are inviting you to just, clean that out, bring those tools back out. Maybe some of those tools that you used a long time ago that you put, you tucked away in that drawer. It's time to bring them out and step into that authenticity. And because you have so much to share with the world to help bring that balance and to help bring those sanctuaries, the inner
Love it.
sanctuary. So that's
Love
kind
it.
of the little um, insight I got for you there.
Mhm.
And for Sharon, with your cards that came out, flowers and getting organized, I really got, a strong um, insight. And I think this could be true for all of us at this time. The energy is moving very, very quickly. And yes, we're going to have a lot of shift in energy in the next 8, I'm going to say 6 weeks to 18 months is kind of like the energy forecast. Things are moving very, very quickly. We're going to be there's just a whole bunch of things going to be moving and coming to the surface and all of those things. And so, if we think about our connection to the heavens and the earth, right, as the vessel Cheryl, as above, so below, and we are connected to that as humans, right? So that fast moving energy. So these cards are also, Sharon, inviting you to get organized. Whatever you've been putting off, don't put it off. Get it done because your book is coming out. And as soon as it does, I mean, things could just go. So get organized so that you don't have that stress, that added stress coming up. And then, the flowers, right? You've planted those seeds, and so that is all going to blossom into this beautiful, wonderful thing. And you'll be able to just, breathe in all of that wonderful, loving energy that's going to be coming your way as a result of you writing your book, planting those seeds, all of those things.
Cool.
So,
And did we have anybody else that put their hand up? Because I see we have a few minutes left. We have like 7.
let's see. Okay, well, Danielle said that she was pulled to jump in during her lunch today. Thank you for that.
Oh,
And she
cool.
has so many connections to Kathy's readings, and thanks for continuing to share your talents.
Oh.
Okay, Paula says pick me. So you can
Paula says
pick a
pick me.
card.
Well, interesting. Paula
Paula,
said pick me, and there's 3 cards that came out together, Paula. So I'm not
okay,
going
there's
into
that number
channel, but we'll
3.
discuss them, Anita. How's that?
Okay.
Okay, so she's got the number 21 card, dining room. The number 2 card, art.
Mm-hmm.
And the number 19 card, ceilings.
Hmm.
This is absolutely fascinating because Paula, these cards could be me today. Because before this, I was looking at the bare walls.
Yep.
I'm getting the ceilings painted on Tuesday. My walls are stripped bare, and where I had some art hanging, you can see it's a different color paint behind it from the sun. So seriously, these could have been my 3 cards. But Paula, Paula. I'm not going into channel, so you can start, Anita, if you want.
Well, I'm just thinking about, the ceiling quite often, in our homes, the ceiling height of the ceiling
Yeah.
helps to keep us grounded. And in our metaphysical space or our body, the,
Mhm.
the ceiling is often referred to as that connection to the heavens
Yeah.
or the connection to your higher self, the spirit world, the sky's the limit, the ceiling's the limit, all of those things. So again, it might be an invitation for you, Paula, to just, connect in to see where it is that you need more of that guidance. Uh, and again, when we look at the other cards, the dining room and the art, I mean, that all comes into a beautiful mixture of who are you placing at your table? Who are you surrounding yourself
Who are
with?
you inviting into your
Because
dining?
those people are, those people that you help and place around you in your environment, in your dining room, that is going to bring to fruition the art, that valuable art that, um, let's see how else to put it.
Well, it's
It's
her
just gonna,
future.
bring you to a whole other level. So I would start with that, that connection to the heavens. And again, back to Sharon's cards, right? It's the heaven and earth and how we are interacting with the energy from both of those.
Mhm.
And, keeping that kind of balance in between there. Mhm.
I like the direction you were taking the art and the people around the dining room table, Anita, because truthfully, that goes back to who we surround ourselves. We're the sum of those that we surround ourselves. So the majority of time is spent with whom? And when we think about our home and back to Calais for the sanctuary, who do we invite into our home? Because that is our sacred space. At work, we don't always get a say who's coming into our space, but at home, we have all the say. So what is going on? Who is around the dining room table? What is on the dining room table? So not long ago when Anita and I did our 21-day decluttering program, I invited my taxes to the table. I invited the abundance that went
Yes.
into paying those receipts. I invited the wealth and the prosperity to my dining room table. I set it. I lit candles. I poured myself a glass of wine. And that's where I did my taxes because I wanted to invite them to dine with me in royal treasure or royal fashion, so to speak.
Hmm.
So maybe that's something that to consider, Paula. Who's been around your dining room table or what's stacked on your dining room table if it's a catch-all, because that's what you're inviting into your space. And how you look at it, how you perceive it can be very fascinating. Um, Interestingly enough, Paula's cards total a 6. We have that other rolling bottom again. Back to
Hmm.
that finding balance. Holy smokes. Like, seriously, how many of the numbers have that
Hmm.
rolling bottom? 3, 5, 6, and 8. And 8 is the only card we haven't had, or number we haven't
Mhm.
had today. So interesting, interesting,
Mhm.
interesting. So yeah, that's Paula. Dining
Well,
room.
and when you were talking about that dining room too, I was just thinking about you and I um, growing up in the original tiny house. We never had a official dining room. I mean, heck, we didn't even have an official bathroom.
We had a
But
kitchen.
anyways, back in the day, and I don't know that it's so much now, but the belief might still be there that,
Mhm.
when you lived in a home, when we were growing up, right? If someone that you knew lived in a home that had a kitchen and, a formal dining room
Mhm.
space, we considered their stature to be, a little bit higher,
Right.
right? So again, it might be that, that representation of that transitional phase for you, Paula, where we're just, what, you're getting ready to move to a new stature, mhm,
Mm.
a new place of recognition, something like that.
Mm.
Mhm.
I like
Yeah.
that. I think the recognition is spot on. Out of all the words that we've said, that's the one that really hits.
Mhm.
But that's me. For
Okay,
Paul.
well, here we are, 9:59. Look at
Well, there
us
we
go.
go. Perfect timing. So thank you all for joining us. Of course, all of the recordings are here. Big shout out to my partner and incredibly talented, this one over here, Anita, who's juggling life, 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 life. And we are excited, and we're going to put a link in the chat. I have to find the link, so give me some time to find it, because Anita and I are going to be speaking. Are you ready for it? In Las Vegas, baby, in May for Gatherama. Invite you all to come and join us. It would be so fun to have some of you there with us. And I did that drumming on my desk, and now my dog's barking because he thinks somebody's at the door.
Yeah.
So what we invite in. Anyway, yesterday we got to do some playing and working on our presentation. And we've already had feedback that you two, we just love your banter. You're so fun.
Who knew?
Who
Yeah.
knew? No, we know. We know. Thank you all for
Uh,
joining us.
I got to
With
give a
that,
shout out to my sister. She just tuned in with us from the WestJet flight. They're all on board. Their family, 20 of them, are on their way to Disney World.
oh, how fun.
Yeah, 20. It's
20,
kind of like the, National Lampoon Vacation.
right?
Off they go. Anyways.
Awesome. Okay. Have a fabulous week, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We love your comments. We love your questions, remarks, all of the above. All are welcome. Have a fabulous week. Bye.
And we'll see you next week.